15-91 more than likely will be your final score as Gordon catches the inbound. This one's over. 70-35 in the second half. 70-35. It's crazy.
Money time! Money time!
It is crazy. It's unreal. It's insane. What a difference a week makes. Last Friday, doom and gloom on the roast. Didn't know if it was their year. They get blown out by the LA Lakers. They don't look competitive in the second half. You just thought, here we go again. But all they needed to see was the Houston Rockets to get right. And then you play the T-Wolves, and you get right against them. And you put it on Dame Dollar and the Portland Trail Blazers with a monster second half. 39-17 in the third quarter. And then what you do to Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, they completely undressed them offensively in the second half. 35 points for the Clips in the second half. You're a Tim Roy right there. 70-35. It's remarkable. And the Dubs, for the first time all year, 3 games over 500. They're rolling at Chase Center. And now it feels like that championship DNA. We all feel it. We all feel it.
Let me ask you a question here. We were using the Back to the Future analogy earlier this week where if I took a Polaroid at the beginning of the year and it was like the Warriors have the best chance in the entire league to repeat, right? Like they're going to win the championship this year. And you could see that Polaroid. It's the future photo. Yep. And then as the season went on, Wiseman's gone. He's evaporated off of it like in the Back to the Future photo. And then all these guys are slowly looking like, translucent, if you will. Like you can see right through them. How clear is that picture this morning for you? Is it the most clear it's been all year?
I think so.
Did that analogy even make sense?
It's there. The Back to the Future analogy's there. It makes sense.
Because I feel like I'm Johnny B. Good right now. I'm ready to hit the guitar. I'm feeling good.
It's all it takes is a couple games, and it's just a championship team, and you can just see it. I don't care. Like a lot of people made a big deal about the opponents. Well, they just beat the Blazers, the Rockets, the T-Wolves, and it's how the Warriors are looking.
Yeah, form.
It's the form. It's the level that they're playing at. When they lock in defensively and they decide they want to guard you, not only do they guard you, they lock you up. Paul George was on Alcatraz yesterday. 3 of 15 yesterday. He was locked up. DiVincenzo, Kuminga, didn't matter. Clay, didn't matter. Paul George wanted no smoke. Kawhi Leonard got his, but he had to work for it. Norman Powell thought he was Reggie Miller yesterday, just jacking up shot after shot after shot. He goes 0-7 from the three-point line.
He's a guy, every time I see his face, I'm like, God, I can't believe we lost to him.
Man.
It hurts me.
It's the Warriors, it feels like they're starting to fight it again. And most importantly, they're doing it without Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins. That's 50 points a game. That's nearly 10. That's over 10 rebounds. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Bonte, if we just took photos of Steph Curry on the bench and during his absence, him and GP2, it's like the happiest they've ever been, right? Yeah. Watching them yesterday dancing and laughing and smiling ear to ear, it's like, that's Steph's ready to rejoin this bad boy.
Steph's ready to roll.
And it feels like GP2 is not far behind him.
Well, GP2 never wanted to leave. He never wanted to leave. And there's something, that's why when it comes to DiVincenzo, I bet you he's got the same feeling like, I need to stay around here. I need to be in the Bay. I need to play in front of these fans in this system, under this head coach, with these players. I'm in basketball heaven right now. Dante DiVincenzo's got to feel like that. And he had an impact yesterday's fight. He didn't have the shot yesterday. Shot 2 of 10 yesterday from the floor. But he still had an impact on the game defensively. The rebounding, the steals, playing the passing lanes, being a pest, picking up full court. I love the way this team is defending. I love the way they're playing offense inside out. And I got that championship feeling right now. A lot of people thought I was delusional the other day. How are we feeling today? How are we feeling after that Clippers win? Because everybody said yesterday on the airwaves all day long, it's a big game. We're going to find out who the Warriors are. We found out who they were. And they outscored the Clippers 70-35 in the second half. 70-35. The last 2 third quarters. You outscored the Blazers 39-17. You outscored the Clippers 42-16. That is 81-33. Plus 48 in the last 2 third quarters for the Golden State Warriors.
Can you feel it?
I think we can.
You feel me now,
888-957-9570. I can feel it.
In the building and you're feeling yourself?
I am feeling myself.
I'm trying to go through all the repertoire of all the music I know. This feeling?
I could tell. You're emptying the clip on the Payday Friday. The parade. People are talking about parades again.
Well, if you're going to go parade, then I'm going to go to a different song, The Smell.
What's the smell?
Oh, dude, come on, Leonard Skinner. You don't know about The Smell?
I don't know.
It's the smell of death, but actually in the Bay Area, it's the smell of weed.
It was a lot of that. I could smell it last night. I could smell it last night at Thrive City.
Yeah.
The weed was getting smoked.
We need to rename Thrive City. And I know because Kaiser's paid money and stuff.
Right.
Like, it's got to be like 420 Plaza or something.
Thrive City, people are thriving off of weed. Thriving off of cannabis.
When I said that.
They were smoking a lot of loud packs yesterday. Clippers packs, Blazers packs.
Puff Puff Pass Plaza.
Think about what they've done. The last 3 games, though, addressing superstars.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Edwards goes 5-19. They throw out the box of 1. Then they do it again to Damian Lillard. They trap him at half court. He doesn't get the ball back. He scores 6 points in the second half. He has no impact on the game whatsoever, and the Blazers getting ran out the gym. And then last night, I said, okay, Kawhi, you can get your little 22. We're going to focus on Paul George because that is the engine that makes you guys go. And what they did to Paul George yesterday, both offensively and defensively, running through multiple screens, to the point where late in the second half, he was trying to follow Jordan Poole and lock and trail Jordan Poole through a screen and fight through a screen. He just gave up. He said, "The hell with this. The hell with this. I've had enough." Indeed, offensively, he wanted nothing to do with the basketball. He was bailing out the Warriors, basically, by pulling up from 30 feet, saying, yeah, I don't really want to attack DiVincenzo. I don't want to attack Kuminga. I'm just going to pull up for this lazy 3. They completely undressed Paul George last night.
So yesterday you were throwing around, like, who are the biggest threats to the Warriors?
Right.
The thing that I'm starting to realize, at least over this little stretch that they've been in, is that their defense was so bad for so long, but now it's rounding into form. So in a playoff series, if you're going up against, let's just say hypothetically, it's Kevin Durant and Booker, right? And that right now that feels like the number 1 threat. You could throw DiVincenzo for a couple possessions on Booker. Mm-hmm. You could throw Kuminga on either one of those guys. Now, all these guys are going to struggle against those elite scores. So it's not like you're locking them up. You could throw Wiggins out there. You could throw Clay out there at times. You could throw Draymond out there at times. This is starting to have a feel like, all right, now I can start to see some of the defensive rotations and some of the versatility of pieces that they could offer an opponent. If it's Luka and Kyrie, now think about who you could throw on those two in a series like that. And that, to me, gives this team the most upside is now I can start to see, okay, that guy can guard him for stretches. That guy can guard this guy for stretches. We could flip-flop this. We could bring in Kuminga. I'm the most optimistic about that.
Yeah, diversity with your skill set.
Yes.
Diversity with your roster. Being able to employ different lineups and different matchups and take advantage of certain matchups. Looney may not play 25 minutes a night against certain teams. Just may not. But he may. He may do it against Memphis. He may grab 15 rebounds. Kuminga, he's going to be matchup dependent. I love where the Warriors are at right now. What about you guys out there on the roadways? 888-957-9570. 888-957-9570. Draymond Green flirts with the triple-double. 11 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. You get Kevon Looney with 11 points, 8 rebounds. You get Klay Thompson playing some of his best basketball of his career. 19 points, 11 rebounds. His first double-double, folks, since December of 2017. It's been that long for Klay Thompson grabbing a double-double. He grabs a career-high 11 rebounds. You have Jordan Poole with the 34 points, the 4 rebounds, the 3 assists. He got to the free throw line 12 times. And when you look at the rest of the Western Conference, they're probably sitting back. The Denver Nuggets probably sat back yesterday, watched that game. Mm-hmm. The Suns watched that game. The Mavericks, after beating the Sixers, probably went home and watched that game saying, oh, boy, the Warriors are back. Oh, boy, how are we going to beat this team 4 times in 7 games? Oh, boy, they don't even have Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins. Oh, boy, Chase Center's in a frenzy. Oh, boy, we've seen this movie again, and we're tired of watching it. That's what the rest of the league has to be thinking right now. Shasky about to go to State Warriors.
Bonte, I know you're probably looking at me going, what the hell are you doing on your phone? I'm trying to log in. I promised my wife I'd get her something. I've never done this before. You know those, got 'em, those, shoe things?
Yeah.
Well, something was released, and I just got a text message that it was available right now, and so I'm trying to sign up. I thought I could just get the shoe. I have to sign up for an opportunity to maybe get the shoe? Have you done this before?
Yeah, you don't. Basically, you're not going to get the shoe.
Give me a second here. I'm really pissed because I was trying to do something nice for my wife.
That's what that means.
Why do they do this right now?
Well, why do you do it right now?
No, it's ticks me off. I've been waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks.
It's good. Shasky's shopping right now. I'm going to talk to Gigi.
It's not shopping.
Gigi, what's happening? You're in the city.
Card information. Jesus.
What's up, Gigi?
Hi. last night's game, I think, was big.
Mm-hmm. What was big about it?
I think last night's game was really big. Poole made like 34 points, which was impressive. And Looney and Kuminga were making really good dunks. And if we keep that up, we have a good shot in the playoffs, I think.
Absolutely, Gigi. I think the Warriors have a great shot. Good call, Gigi. Let's hear from some of the guys from last night. Draymond Green spoke yesterday, and here's the text about defense. I want to hear. Here's Draymond Green on their defense at halftime adjustments.
Well, I think tonight, it starts on the defensive end. But I thought tonight we defended pretty well most of the game. Like, even when we couldn't buy a basket in the first half, we were still right there. They got up 11, but we were still right there because we were defending and taking care of the ball. And so, to have those couple third quarters like we've had the last two games gives you something to build up on. You feel good about yourself and also understand what it takes coming out of the half. Like, you go into the half, you've seen a team for one half, you understand the adjustments that you need to make, and then you have to go out and apply it. For us to go out and do it the way we have the last couple of games has been huge for us.
And then this was interesting. As we saw Russell Westbrook struggle yesterday, Russell Westbrook 0-5 from the three-point line, 3-12 from the field. Draymond Green said he received a text from Steve Kerr on how to defend Russell Westbrook.
Coach texted me last night or yesterday. He sent me a text like, "Man, you were great last night." And then he hinted at that would be the game plan. And so I'm like, okay, like this will be interesting. And then we went through it this morning and shoot around and try to get everybody to grasp the concept. It's very easy to, and we did it a few times. It's very easy when a guy is sagging off like that, when a guy catches you, just rotate to him. And we didn't want to do that. And I think, the game plan worked for us tonight. We got Russ to miss some shots, but I think when you have a game plan like that, even more so, I know everyone will always judge Russ' jump shot, but what that does to you mentally is tough. And I think, it was more so the mental than his shot. He's been shooting the ball well. I think he's shooting a three like at 33 or 34%. But mentally, that can get tough. I thought, we did a good job of sticking with the game plan, and we was able to muddy the game up for them on the defensive side, and it ended up working out for us.
So as the Warriors get ready for the playoffs, they're starting to employ playoff-type game plans. We saw it the other day against Damian Lillard. We saw it the other day against Sunday against Anthony Edwards, and now we're seeing it against Russell Westbrook, knowing that, hey, let him shoot, and we'll live with the results. That's got to be a nightmare for a player to miss two straight and say, oh, damn it, I can't hit anything. And that's what the Clippers are in right now. Every team's going to take that game plan from here on out and say, Russ, go ahead and shoot it. Please do it. Be my guest.
It is funny seeing Draymond employ a tactic that other teams have employed on Draymond, right? And then simultaneously, I keep thinking like, dude, Russ, the more open you are and the least likely you are to take that shot when it presents itself, it feels like it's more of a mind screw job. Like as that game went on, did you think he was going to hit any outside shot?
No, he wasn't. He had no confidence in it, which I don't get why Ty Lue just didn't have Russell Westbrook in the dunker spot.
So then we would have PG as the point guard facilitating?
Yes, absolutely. What is that? He's got to be
noise.
Is that what was that?
We got this studio door open. And B,
right.
can I apologize because Tiffany and Nike came out with something. I'm just real quick. I'll give just a real quick aside. Tiffany and Nike, my wife doesn't ask for anything. She goes, "Ooh, what's this?" And I said, "All right, you know what? I'll get it." So I signed up for all the alerts, and so and so this shoe's gonna. I'm not a shoe guy. You are. Do you do these giveaways or whatever? These collabs.
I just hit the shoe plug. I don't. The apps.
I don't have the plug. Well, I tried to do it, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm ready." And they said 12 o'clock on Friday. Is it 12 o'clock on Friday? No. So I got an alert ahead of time, and I'm like, I got to sign into this thing to enter for a chance to win now. And then they wanted my credit card information. I don't know how you shoe people do it. I really don't. So I hope I get this from my wife, and I hope she's not listening.
All right, Carlos in 880. Carlos, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Hey, gentlemen. So I had a question because last night it was interesting. I heard them saying we had to keep one, which is Ty Jerome or Anthony Lamb, for the playoffs. I wanted to know your guys' opinion on which one would be more viable for us to keep, considering Stephen Curry will be back, and he's the ball facilitator. He's the main man. And that's kind of what Ty Jerome is there for, since we have Jordan Poole. And with Anthony Lamb, we get Andrew Wiggins back, and that's all defense. So which one you guys think?
That's a great question. I like Ty Jerome's game a lot. Ty Jerome's been solid. But knowing Steph Curry's back, knowing I'm good at guard with GP2 and Dante DiVincenzo, I kind of want Lamb. And Lamb struggled yesterday, too. It's so matchup dependent. It's a game-by-game basis. One day I like Lamb a little more than Jerome. The next game I like Jerome a little more than Lamb. I know it's a cop-out, but it is what it is.
So can you educate me on this one? So they all need to designate that 15th spot to one of those two guys and guarantee the contract for this year?
Yes.
So they can't do like the baseball, we're only going to dress X amount.
Right.
So whoever they choose, now they all also have that dressing thing.
So they signed Quinones to a 10-day contract so they could stretch out their maximum games, because without Quinones, they would have hit the limit, Ty Jerome and Anthony Lamb. But by signing Quinones and filling that roster spot, of course, it's a 10-day contract. Quinones has been playing in the G League with the Santa Cruz Sea Dubs. Now Lamb can get to 50 games. Jerome can get to his 50 games. And then the Warriors have a little more time to try to figure out who they want to keep or whether or not they want to keep both. Now, Iguodala's holding down the roster spot, and folks, Iguodala's not going to get cut. He will be on this roster.
But that doesn't mean that he's going to dress for playoff games?
If he's not ready, he'd be inactive.
Because you would think maybe Moody might get a DNP, like a non-dress.
Well, he'll get a DNP, but he'll stay active.
Non-dress.
He'll stay active.
You think he'll stay active?
Yeah, he'll stay active.
Because I'm trying to do the math, and I don't understand how the rosters. Like, did anyone know about this third two-way player kind of like loophole to create more time? I didn't know about that.
I didn't know. It's like the take foul. You don't know about the take foul, so it's a 10-day contract.
Knowing that, when do they have to make the decision?
Well, they have to make it soon because Lamb is hitting up. He's getting close to that max games. He's got 2 games left.
So they need
to make a decision this weekend.
I think I'm probably leaning Lamb because of the position that he plays, and given they don't have a lot of size. Looney goes down, or Draymond gets in a technical and he has to miss. And I think Jerome's better than Lamb, but I'm leaning Lamb because of the positional optionality it gives you and the need.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Matters.
Size does matter.
Who's that?
That's Fitzgerald, baby. Bobby Fitz. Let's go to
Does
Jane.
PBJ change this equation at all?
No.
Or him
PBJ's
playing a little
roster.
better?
Yeah, he's maybe for Anthony Lamb, but he doesn't play the team.
I'm just asking out loud.
It's a game-by-game basis. This is a tough decision. I mean, Lamb has been polarizing due to some of the off-court stuff that we heard about. We don't know about that situation. Innocent till proven guilty. But he's been kind of scapegoated by this fan base as a guy. Get him out of here. Every time he goes into the game, people lose their minds. Same thing with Ty Jerome at times. But I don't know. If you play Ty Jerome, is he going to guard Devin Booker and Chris Paul? Do you feel good about that?
No.
Do you feel good about him guarding some of those guards from Denver, like a KCP or Reggie Jackson? Don't know.